So you fast forward like about 15 years, and I experienced a midlife crisis in my early 40s, but it was a total, I don't want to say collapse, but something nearing a collapse, but it was mind, body, and spirit. But I first interpreted it as a health collapse, a collapse of the body. And that revealed that I had worshipped my body. I had abused my body. I worshipped what I could get with the body as a mediator, right? I put things into my body, or I even exploited my own fear, my own excitement, my own like neurotransmitters and stress hormones. You can play around with these things in order to try to control your experience of existence, using the body as the mediation, right? And that's what I did. But once I started not feeling well on a routine basis and it wouldn't go away, often a lot of these attempts to, overeat, or nicotine and caffeine, like often sometimes these things, or get excited, or try to enmesh myself in relationships, or controversy, or ego, all these things would like heighten the experience of bodily discomfort. And so I was no longer able to leverage my body to an experience that I thought was safe and was an absence of pain and a presence of comfort. And then in the middle of all that, my father dies. And then we find out, I don't have enough time to go in the backstory of this, but me and my sister have been estranged from my mother, and we found out upon his death and settling his affairs that she had been gone for 4 years at that point. And so I had grief, I had shame, I had guilt, despite having done some steps around the stuff I had done wrong in the past. I had toxic environments, like the healthcare system has toxicity, my job had toxicity, and this final idol, the body, was failing me. And so ultimately I didn't just lose my health, I lost my false god. Section 8. During this time and before that, I encountered progressive Christianity. And so it was the same thing I grew up with. It was politics replacing metaphysics. It was identity as moral destiny. And it created this situation that I found to be morally repugnant, which is the perpetrator classes, which is the whites or the men or the cis or whatever, or some combination of those, were without any real rights, or their rights were massively abrogated in this moral system. And then the victim classes, the people that we purportedly, supposedly oppress, their duties were massively reduced. And so it was just another example of religion reduced to ideology. And that wasn't Christianity, that was politics dressed up.